to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. So I am continuing on with the whole traveling Central Florida, doing things like outside of theme parks. You know, it's so common to want to go to the theme parks, and I think it's more fun to find things that's like a little bit more obscure, especially like outdoors. So that's really cool. Yesterday was Earth Day, so we're gonna enjoy the weather. It's actually really, really nice out today, and we're running errands, which is gonna put us in Kissimmee area, which is gonna be perfect because that means that we can go to the Kissimmee Lakefront. So it is a very nice area, lots of shading area. They do a lot of events over there. They have like snow cones that they sell, paletas, all that other stuff. There's like a little water pad, which I don't think that we're gonna be going to that today, just because she is a bit fair skinned and the sun is shining really, really, really bright today. So I don't know that I feel comfortable having her out in the water and in the sun today. Maybe another day. But we are gonna walk around the lake, maybe go on the boardwalk. There is like a little kind of like lighthouse, like a tiny little lighthouse. We're gonna go look at that. So yeah, just go ahead and follow along. And it's actually a really, really nice place, and not a lot of people like know about it unless you're like from the Kissimmee or like Central Florida area. So I think it'd be really cool to like show you guys around. So I will catch you there because I am not allowed to vlog while driving because I have really bad anger issues. So yes, I will see you guys there. So while I'm stuck in traffic, I did want to go ahead and touch on a topic really quickly. Recently, I did have a pretty hard week. So growing up, I did have a really, really, really hard time, specifically with how I was treated by certain people in my life. And growing up like into young adulthood, obviously before the last few years for me, like the last 2 years have been beautiful and the biggest blessings I could have asked for. However, prior to that, unfortunately, it was really, really, really hard for me. And I remember it, you know, I worked so hard to fight with my depression and to really deal with my internal battles on my own. I didn't want to rely heavily on any medication or any other things. I wanted to get to the root of the problem. I wanted to solve it, and I wanted to genuinely find happiness. And, you know, there are times where, in a sense, I guess you could say I relapse when it comes to the emotions. And it puts me into like a really deep depression for a little bit. And I was sobbing like really, really hard. And I was just having a really hard week. And then I recently saw a post that said, what if you're just getting all your hard days out of the way? And you know, I feel like it really changed my like perspective when it came to how I was viewing how I was treated and how hard things were for me. And I just thought that I would share that because it really did help me see things a lot better, in a more positive way, I guess you could say. Because it's true, like what if you are knocking all your hard days out of the way? And I will say that although I did go through a lot of really, really, really hard things, I couldn't be more proud of the person that I've become because of all of it. And I think that, you know, no matter what I go through now, because of everything that I went through, I know that I'll be able to get over it. Because if I could go through so many hard things all at once when I was so young, there is genuinely nothing that you can't get over and get past. I know that it might set you back, or it might hurt really bad, or, you know, you just feel like you don't deserve it. But, you know, at the end of the day, I feel like you'll come out of the tunnel, like come out of the other side of the tunnel, and being able to like look back and to say that you've overcome some of like the strongest battles that you've ever had to do, I feel like that really does like say a lot, and it really speaks to the character of the person, especially if it's something so terrible and yet they're still able to see a positive outlook from it. So I think that's my one thing that I would like to give to you guys is, you know, instead of always taking everything, because this is something that I really needed to work on, instead of always taking everything and seeing it as a negative and that you didn't deserve that and you don't get it, I feel like we should all take some time to change our perspective and to see what we've learned from those experiences and what we can gain from that and what we can do to prevent those mistakes from the future. So yeah, I will leave you guys with that little bit. Okay, so we did make it to the lakefront. We just finished all of our errands and I headed straight over here just because it was about 2 minutes away. Like literally we could have walked from where we were. But yeah, we just parked the car. I'll stop and show you guys exactly where we parked. There is plenty of parking. Right now I'm in the parking, like the main parking lot, I guess you would call it. And there's quite a bit of spaces here. There's some bathrooms. There's the little stand that sells like little popsicles and everything like that right there. And then all along like the main street, they also have parking. And then all along the side, there's also a library that you could park at. And there's another parking lot right across the street that you could park at. So there is plenty of parking all around. Like I said, they do a lot of events, especially for holidays, a lot of festivals, things like that, since there is a lot of like larger fields out here. There's people that do baby showers because they have the covering area with all the benches and stuff like that. I'm not exactly sure what I would call them. Not quite gazebos, but almost, if anything. Yeah, a lot of stuff for everyone to do all around, but I'll stop talking and I'll start showing you guys all around. So yeah. And then I will go ahead and show you guys. So this is the parking lot, and then like I said, they have some spots like available over here along the side to like parallel park. And then if you kind of can see like down there, they also have some more spaces, and then that's a whole nother parking lot right there. And then the library would be a little bit further like down that way, but there's still like pathways that you can take that'll lead you right back to the same place. And then this is like where they sell like their little frozen fruits and everything like that. That would be like the bathroom area and stuff like that for when you first get in. We honestly might get one just because it is so hot and we need to cool down, but I will let you guys know. Okay, and then I did just get us a little treat basically. So they sell these here. I'm pretty sure they make them here as well. They have a bunch of different flavors. They have like more sweeter flavors, so like chocolate, things like that. I did go ahead and get strawberry because it's basically like just like a frozen fruit like kind of thing in a cup that they make, and then they put like fresh strawberries on top. It is really, really good. And then on a day like this where it's super hot, it is very, very refreshing. I went ahead and I sat us, I'm sorry, I'm gonna open this now because she's getting a bit impatient. But I did go ahead and seat us in a really good spot. Come on, mommy. In a really good spot. We are right by the water basically, so I'll go ahead and show you guys our view. And then, so this is like our table, and then these are like the coverings that I told you guys about. We're under like a really big one right now, actually. And then there's some smaller ones all along the way. They have a few down that way as well, but like I said, people will rent these out for baby showers, bridal showers, you name it, you can go ahead and rent this out. Then you can see our view of the lake right there. There is a walkway. We're gonna go a little bit further down, but we are gonna go ahead and enjoy our dessert for now, and then I will take us all over. Okay, and then we have finished the treat that I got us for now.
A few moments later.
So I only took a few bites out of this, and the baby decided to spill it over in her stroller, and it is all over her. So yay! She got a little bit impatient sitting there waiting. So I decided that we were gonna go ahead and start walking now. And then obviously we were like right over in this vicinity over here. And so now we just walked over here. So this is where the water's edge is. And then you can either choose to walk down that way or walk down this way. Over there is a little bit more of like a playground area for the kids and everything like that. So I think that way we're gonna start, and then we'll just work our way all the way back down. So yeah, it's actually a really, really nice day. Like I said, there's not a lot going on. And then correction to what I said earlier, yesterday was not Earth Day, today is. I guess I got my days confused for whatever reason. But yeah, what an amazing and perfect day. So we are gonna go ahead and enjoy some of the weather outside, and then I will show you guys everything that's here. Okay, I have a very limited time because I am trying to talk over cars passing through the roadway, and my little sister's very, very impatient, so I'm working against the time right here. But basically, this is where we're gonna start. You can go further down that way. The sidewalk does lead all the way down and around the lake onto the other side. I'm pretty sure there's a boat ramp over there. And then, I don't know if you guys can tell, but over there, like the lake is obviously more open and there's not so much marsh and everything like that. I did just happen to start in the one area that has all the greenery, and then we'll walk our way down. But sometimes I'll come and I'll stand on these, or I'll sit on these and look over the water. Obviously, there is a lot of nature to enjoy around here. Sometimes I'll come, look around, clear my head. I like to watch the wildlife. There are some ducks, some fish that'll jump around and everything like that. It is really cool. And then right here they have little things that you can look out of. So that's really cool. I'll try and see if I can get any view from there. It's super hard. Oh, there it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Yee! So cool. Okay, that's the best we're getting. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start walking all the way down there. So yeah, and then just a little fair warning in case I am talking really fast, or if you hear whining, the baby just seems to be very irritable today. She needs to take a nap, so hopefully she falls asleep during one of these walks. So please forgive me. I'm trying my best. And then I'm gonna stop really quick just to show you guys, because we filled up on some water. So they have some water fountains for tall and small people, some for dogs, for our bikes to be parked. And then they have a little memoriam for Filipinos in World War II. I need to go back and read it, but yeah, super, super nice. Again, pretty close to the roadways, lots of parking, super cool. Nice and shaded area in case it's like super hot one day and you just want to take a break with the family. Super, super cool. And then you can see through the trees right here, which we're gonna walk around this little pathway, is the park. I'll show you guys in just a second. And then I just wanted to show you guys some of the artwork some of the kids have done. So cute. Okay, and then I'll go ahead and show you guys really, really quickly. So right next to the park is actually this nice big field. And then this is where, if they are doing any events, they'll go ahead and put like food trucks, excuse the baby, food trucks. They have DJs, they have a bunch of like activities set out for kids. Some people will come, have picnics, just lay out in the sun, sunbathe. It's actually a really nice area. You can bring the kids and let them run around. And then again, a really, really nice view of the water. Don't mind the baby. And then a little covered area, super, super cool. And then I'll go back there and show you guys what that is. And then this just goes over like the storm water and everything like that. So it's really cool. Kids can like look, and if it's ever like been storming a lot, it'll like fill up with water and they'll be able to see the whole process. So actually pretty cool. Now I'm mad at my husband. Okay, and then I did want to go ahead and show you guys the big monument that they have here, dedicated to all the states. And I even see, like, if you look right there, like there's Canada. So yeah, see, all states tourist club. actually really cool. And then for Christmas time, what they'll do is they'll have lights that come all the way from that top there and then come straight like down diagonally as if it was a big Christmas tree. So it's actually really, really pretty during the holidays, but I think it's always so cool. I'll go ahead and give you guys a little tour around it. Here is the map, just so you guys can get a good idea of exactly how big it is. So we are right here. All we've really done is like this little area here essentially, and then we walked a little bit of this way. So you still have a good amount of space. They have the boat parking and everything like that. So it is actually a really big area. Really good if you want to spend the day out here with your family. But yeah, so we are here again. Like I said, this is the parking lot that we had started at. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to pass right over, and then we're going to go all the way down this way. And then, like I said, there is a lot of shaded area. I know that like if you look over there, like it looks like it's all out in the sun, but like this path that I'm walking right now is all covered by trees. So like I said, you're able to find shade if you want. You can walk in the shade, you can walk the kids, so it's not so hot out. Obviously it depends on the timing of day. You know, if the sun's at its peak, I'm not going to guarantee that all the trees are going to be able to cover you the entire time, but it does allow some pretty good shading. Oh, I'll show you guys a little mural that they have here. It is actually really cool over here in Kissimmee because they do, since we're so close to basically like the town center, so like where the courthouses and everything is like that, there is a street right by here called Main Street, and they have a lot of shops and everything like that. I know they have bakeries. There's like a Cuban bakery over there. There's barbers, there's bars. They have a bunch of murals over there too, and then there's some in the buildings in the parking lot across the street that I showed you. So really good photo ops all around. Really nice area. Again, like I said, for the kids, for the family, if you guys ever want to come and just chill. And then it's all free, obviously. Well, aside from like if you wanted to get like the popsicles and stuff like that, but yeah, super cool. And then I'll show you guys from right here. So you take that little walk over here, and that's the little lighthouse that I had mentioned earlier. And they have little benches over there that you can sit down and look over the water. And there's people that fish over there again, like I said. Really cool area. There's actually a lot of people over there, so we're probably not going to go over there, especially because the baby is a little fussy, but super nice. And then I will take this opportunity just to show you guys, obviously, we are in Florida. All the water is going to have gators, snakes, all that other stuff. If it's bigger than a puddle, it's got something in it, all right? And then this just kind of goes over like the history of it. Talks about some of the animals here, and then that's like the map of the entire lake. And then I am going to stop here really quickly. This is just the pathway. Again, like I said, that's the way to get to the lighthouse. But they have this little area here where it kind of comes in. And if you have kids or anything like that, I do recommend just like kind of like looking over. You never know. Like, see, there was like a little fish or something over there. There's a bunch of ducks that like to come and chill over here. Normally I'll see like a gator or two. So it's actually really cool if you wanted to like observe some of the wildlife in the water and just chill out. And I guess it's a great thing that we decided we weren't going to go on the water pad anyway, because this is what it looks like right now. I guess they decided to renovate it and redo it, but I'll go ahead and show you guys. You can kind of see, I'm gonna have to back up. You can see some wild hogs. I know, like, you can kind of see the panther there. So they had it based off of, you can see a little owl. It was really cute. There's a gator. So they had it based off of the animals that you might see here and stuff like that. But I guess that they are redoing it. So let's hope for a better, more improved one in the soon future. But right here, I'll show you guys, they do have a little playground that kind of follows the same theme. So a little bit of that woodsy feeling, which I think is really cool. Right, and then I am still right by the playground, obviously right behind me, but I'll stop and I'll show you guys. They have some more seating, they have some grills in case you guys wanted to cook out, and then again, a big field in case you wanted to have picnics, run around, do anything like that, and then again, more pavilions. Ta-da! Yeah, my brain finally came up with the word. And again, we are going because my timer tells me to leave. This would be my freaking luck. I'm coming by like the boat dock. Sorry, there's a plane passing over. But I came by the boat dock and there's like a little plank of wood right there. I don't know. Obviously you guys can see it right there. But there was a turtle on it and he's over by the dock now. You might be able to see him. I doubt it. His head's sticking up. But he was floating and I was going to show you guys, and as soon, of course, oh, there's another little one right by it. He poked his head out. I don't know if you're going to be able to see him. Oh, there he is. A little dot. Oh, I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see. Oh, anyway, yeah, as soon as I freaking come over, of course, he decides he wants to hide and jump into the water. Sad for me. Little guy sitting so close. Oh, yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. Oh my goodness. Do you guys see the babies? Oh, that is so cute. Okay, I'm gonna try to stay quiet so you guys can hear some of the noise. And that was all that we could have. Okay. Oh, I've got him. I've got him.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got him.
Yeah. Can you see him? He got back on it. Oh, I wish they didn't have the ramp close so I could get closer, but he's so cute. I'm trying to get a better view of him for you guys, but I'm scared if I get too close, he'll move. You see him just sitting there? I did stop really quick on the walk back just because I've always thought here. I don't know if you guys could really tell. This spot is so pretty. I love it. I'm gonna leave before she starts crying. Okay, So there was a turtle there, and then there was fish. But apparently as soon as I turn on the camera, everything leaves. So I'm gonna go ahead and wait for a few seconds. Oh, I don't know if you guys can see him poking his little head. Oh, there he goes. You see? Oh, and then there's a fish swimming around over there. I don't know if it's gonna come up very well on camera. I was trying to wait and see if I found any gators, but it seems like they're being a bit shy today. For as long as I've been here, I haven't seen any. And as you can tell, the baby is getting very, very cranky. So I think that we are gonna go ahead and call it a day. But yeah, it was a really, really, really nice day out. Super, super sunny. So obviously I'm very hot and sweaty, and she has become very irritable at this point. But yeah, I'll go ahead and finish in the car. Okay, so we did just make it back to the car, and she did just fall asleep as soon as we made it to the car. So we are gonna go home Yeah, overall, it was a really great day. If I were to give any advice for while you guys were here, I definitely would say pack snacks, especially if you plan on being here for long periods of time. Obviously, some light snacks, you are able, like I said, to get like little popsicles and stuff like that from that stand over there, but I would definitely like bring like some little snacks like chips or fruit or anything like that for while you're walking and playing around. Obviously, if you're gonna bring kids. Bring plenty of water. I did fill this up twice. Now normally I do have a big metal bottle. Don't know where it is. I normally keep it in my car, but for some reason it decided that it didn't want to be in my car anymore. I don't know where I put it. It's gone. I need to find that. And it's been gone for like 2 weeks. So anyway, yeah, bring plenty of water, bring some snacks. I would say in all, we took about 2 hours to walk around. Now, obviously, if you're gonna stop, play at the playgrounds, or sit for longer than we did, it might take you guys a little bit longer. But yeah, definitely a really, really nice family day, like I said. If you guys liked the video, please go ahead, like it. If you feel there are things that we can improve on, please let me know. I am always up for some nice criticism. And if you have any places that you would like me to go, please let me know. Next week, I believe that we're gonna go to the Botanical Gardens. There's a nice gardens that they have in Orlando. I believe in like the Winter Park area, so we might be going there next week. I haven't fully decided yet, but yeah, hopefully I see you guys next time. Bye.